to do this quick tutorial today to show you how to make a woven washi dashboard. Supplies, all you need is a selection of washi's. I've got 3 tapes here from Simply Gilded that I think will look really pretty together, and I'm sure these colors I think will look nice come springtime, so I'll make this dashboard and then hold on to it. You need a pair of scissors, and you need whatever you're going to put your washi on. I prefer vellum because sometimes when I lay down washi tape, in order to do this dashboard, you have to lay it down and then peel it up and then stick it back down, and peel it up and stick it back down, and peel it up and stick it back down, because we're going to weave it like a pie crust. And oftentimes washi tape, when I pull it up, pulls up the layer of paper underneath, and then I don't get a good stick again. And this last month for September, I made my dashboard, my washi dashboard, on the back of a piece of printed vellum that came in my planner kit, and it worked beautifully. So I have this, this is just printable vellum that I got from Michael's. You could just, I mean, you don't have to buy the printable stuff, obviously, just get the cheaper vellum, and you shouldn't have any issues with washi picking up your top surface. So I'm doing this on a cutting mat so that you can see the vellum on my white table underneath. It would be really hard to see this, but I'm realizing now as I'm sitting here that it's kind of nice that this cutting mat has these diagonal lines. Hello, it's Saturday morning. Because then if I cared about them being at 45-degree angle, if I wanted it at a 30-degree angle, I could do it that way. I don't particularly care. I just sort of lay down the first piece at whatever angle, and then I do all the rest of the pieces based off that, but that's what I'm doing. So as far as your washi tape selection, generally I use 3. You certainly could use 4. I probably wouldn't do too many more than that, because part of what I think is cool about the woven is that you can see the repeating pattern with the repeating colors. I like to have 2 that are about the same width and then 1 that's thinner, just because it gives a little bit of visual interest. So really, guys, this could not be simpler. I'm gonna set this right here. I don't have this taped down or secured in any way. As soon as I lay my first piece of tape down, that's pretty much gonna take care of that. And let me find the beginning of this roll, because I have not yet used it. Oh, this is so pretty. And basically, I'm going to take my first piece and I'm just going to set it down like that and tape it to the background. So now my background is not going to move. I'm going to go above that tape with the next wide one. You could choose either one you want. It does not matter. And you could do this without any gap, like you could put the washi's right next to each other. I like to leave just a little bit of a gap, like maybe a 1/16 of an inch or so, and I just eyeball it to make sure that it's parallel, because you're not going to get so far off that all of a sudden your lines are skewed. Eyeballing it is just fine. Now I'm going to go to my third piece, again about a 1/16 of an inch, and I see that I didn't plan this too well, because I've got a corner here that I need to cover, but that's okay. I'm going to go back now to my original. So I'm just doing the pattern up in one corner. Now, I'm not going to put the rest of them on yet, because what I'm going to do is weave. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's see. I'm going to pick this piece up, and then now I'm going to start laying down my strips in the other direction, and I think I'll start with the same one. So this piece is going to go pretty close to the edge, and it's going to go over top of this one but not quite hit that one. Over here, under here, over here. So about like that, and I'm just sort of eyeballing it to make it a 90-degree angle. It may not be perfect, and go ahead and roll it out the rest of the way. Okay, now I'm going to lay that back down, and then here to the left I need the next piece to be under this one. So now I'm going to lift this one. We're weaving this like pie crust, you guys. And let's see, to the left of this would be the skinny bow. So I'm going to put down my skinny, I have to decide which way I want it to go. I guess this way. And I'm going to leave again about that same 1/16 of an inch gap. Just eyeball it, it's fine. tear it off, lay that back down, okay? And then the next one is going to go over top of this one. The bow went underneath, so the next one goes over top, and that's going to be the book. So let me get that one. And I'll orient it, I think, this way. Okay. So now that I have this sort of corner done, now what I'm going to do is with these 3 strips, I'm just going to peel them back alternately. So this piece of tape went over top of this tape, so now the next one needs to go under. So I'm going to pull this one back, just pull it like this gently, and then I'm going to alternate, so I'm going to go up to that bow one and do the same thing, pull it back. Now my next tape will be, if I'm going book, bow, plaid, book, bow, plaid. So the next one is the book, and it goes right here, eyeball that 16th inch, just like that. Okay, then you lay these 2 back down. All right. So since this one went under the book, now it's going to go over here. So now I pick up the plaid one in the middle. See, there's a lot of lifting here, so you want the surface below to be as easy to peel up as possible, which is why I really like the vellum. So the bow is next. Come on, end of the bow, where are you? There you are, okay. Whoops. All right, so about right here. Okay. Lay that back down. Now pick the other 2, actually the other one, because I can see that the edge is going to be right here, so I don't have to worry about the next one. And the next one is the plaid. I really should just leave these edges hanging off, shouldn't I? I think I'll get smarter the next time and do that. Okay. Oh, this washi BT Dubs is gorgeous. It came in the August box, and holy manoli, it is fantabulous. Okay. And then the next one will go over top of that. So this is another bow? No, book. There we go. All right, and now the next one I can just lay here, and it's just not going to go over anything. It's just going to go right here, and that's going to be now the bow. And then a little wee piece of the plaid to cover up that corner. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to finish off the other side, and then what we're going to do is go back and we're going to just lift alternately and lay down these other stripes. So I've got book, the next one would be the plaid here. I don't have to lift anything because I'm already on the edge. Then the bow. Then the book. Nope. Try that again. There we go. And then a wee bit of plaid. Okay. Okay. So now we have all of our pieces going that way and a few pieces going this way in the corner, and now we want to continue down the corner. So the last one that I used was the book, which means the bow is next. And I need to sort of, I can tell that this piece went over top of here. So now the next one needs to go under this piece. So I'm going to pull back this piece, and I'm going to sort of just, let me fix that, tack the end, and now pull back every other piece. Just gently right to the next, that ribbon, sort of tack the end on the table like that. Go to the next one, pull that back, go to the next one. Whoops, that was right there. And this one. No, this one, because it's going to go like right. Yeah, it does need to go under there. Okay, so I'm going to pull that back, and I may end up pulling it most of the way off, but that's okay. I'll just lay it back down where it came from. Okay, so book, what did I say? Bow. So now here comes my next bow piece. Let me get this out of the way. If you have ever made a lattice pie crust, this is exactly the same thing. So you just, again, just eyeball that 1/16 of an inch gap. It does not have to be perfect. Nobody is ever going to like look and measure. That one goes down. That one goes down. This one goes back down. This one goes back down. Just kind of make sure it goes down evenly. This one goes back down. And now it's the next ones that will go up. So that one, pull it back. This 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 one, pull it back. And this guy right here. Actually, I'm going to take him off and put him back on in just a second because the other one needs to go over top of that. And it's going to be, I think, the plaid turn now. So let me lay down the plaid. I freaking adore this plaid. It is gorgeous. These washies, or two of them, the plaid and the books, came in the August sub box. And I should have gone back. I don't know if it's even possible, but I want like 75 rolls of this plaid because it is just so beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to lay that back where it was. Okay, now lay everything back down. Make sure you're right in between like you want it to be. When you get to the last one, like here, pick up the one next to it. And then again, pick up alternate strips. Come on. And this guy, I may do the same thing here and just pull it off and put it back on in a minute. Let's see, after the plaid, how did I do it the other way? I'm starting to lose track. Plaid, book, bow. So plaid, next up is book. Book, and I gotta make sure I have this facing the same way as the other one. Lay these down. Put that guy back on there. And lift up the next layer, okay? So I think at this point you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to just fast forward you through the rest of making this. And when I get to the end, I'll show you how to finish it off. Alrighty, so here you go, and you have this beautiful woven washi stuck down to your mat. So what you want to do is very carefully, because you don't want to peel it up off the vellum, but you do want to peel it up off the mat, is you want to start pulling I usually pull at one corner and that gets me going. You want to get so that you've got the where's the edge of the vellum? Oh, there it is. I can feel it under there. So once you get your finger like underneath the edge of the vellum and you can feel it, then this becomes a lot easier. Kind of go around and pull gently because you want to pull up just enough to get the vellum off the table, but not enough. There we go. Once you get the top loosened, you can kind of just go all the way down and peel it all the way off. And there you go. And then what you do is I flip it over to the back and I can see where the vellum is. And so I just take my scissors. I'm going to start on the short end. I just take my scissors and gently cut right along the vellum. And the washi will start coming off in chunks like this where it's been taped to itself. Sort of, it's awkward in one hand because you're holding it, cutting it in one hand and holding it in the other. Get that off of there. And here you go. At this point, you can punch holes and stick it right into your ring planner, which is what I do. If you have a dashboard that it can slide into, you could put it in there. You could also run this through your laminator, or you could put something on the back of it and then run it through the laminator. If you're worried at all about edges coming up, like I've got a couple of edges that are coming up, because once it's been peeled a bunch of times, it loses some of its stickiness. But there you go. There you have it. Beautiful dashboard. And wow, I'm really kind of glad I picked these colors because that's going to be really pretty. I think probably for like maybe March or April. I bet there's going to be some pinks and purples coming out. So there you go, guys. If you have any questions, let me down below, and I hope that you make your own woven washi dashboard. Please tag me if you post it anywhere in the Simply Gilded group, or if you make it out of other washi, go tag me on Instagram. My handle is teachplancraft. See you later.